Tim Scroggs, we were here at the beginning of this competition series, and now we're here again in Delmar for the finals. You had some insights then about the competition, and today it's a really exciting event. We've got a lot of people. Give me some of your impressions about the event today.
Well, this is like the second contest I've ever commentated on and made the MC privileges. But the first contest, I really didn't know what to expect because I was announcing the pool as well, and I really don't know that much about freestyle. It's my forte. It's what I've always done. And when I saw the skating that happened last time, I couldn't believe that anything could be any worse or any better than that. But what I'm seeing here this time is just this is going to be the contest to be in.
Okay, Tony, you really did so far out here. The crowd's told me that you're one of the top contenders today. You've been really practicing hard. What are you going to do out here that's going to enable you to win the competition?
I think I'm just going to go try and spend as much time in the air as possible. Preferably go as high as possible. It seems like the crowd is really getting into the high airs, and that's what I'll be going for.
How does the new coping affect you?
I like it a lot, even though a lot of people are crying about it. I like it. It sticks out a little bit more, so it's a little bit harder to go real high, but it's a matter of getting used to. I'm glad they did it.
Well, who's going to be the biggest competition today for you? Tony again?
Yeah, I haven't watched Tony skate a lot, and they tell me he's sick. So, but I'm sure he'll be in there. I'm sure he'll be in the top 2 or 3.
Christian?
Christian seems like he's doing awfully well, because he's going high, and I think that's what the crowd likes. And when the crowd likes it, then, you know, he's in there.
Does a large crowd help you skate better?
Yeah, I think so. Especially in a jam situation, when you don't have the restriction of 45 seconds, you can really let loose and get into the crowd and you're skating and stuff.
Well, thank you very much, and have a good skate.
Thanks a lot, Don.
Just like this show, Al. Just like this show. You made that finger flip invert. You fell once. This is going to hurt you a lot. I think you're going to make the cut.
Good job. If I do, I'm lucky. If I don't, unfortunately.
Good luck. Yeah, he was finger flip invert. Bill, you've been in Europe most of the summer. How is that going to affect your performance today?
The things I was riding in Europe are, I've been riding mostly half pipes, really good, well-built half pipes. And as Delmar is a pool, it's a little different as it has curved walls and it's cement. I've learned quite a few new tricks while I was over there. Hopefully I can, make all of them while I'm here and, hopefully do a good job. I'm not really going to let, the pool intimidate me or anything like that. I'm just going to ride and, try to do the best I can.
The big question is it going to be aerials that's going to determine the winner or the amount of tricks you do in the pool?
Wow. Seems like right now, as the crowd seems to be pretty happy on aerials, and as always the crowd influences the judging, whether anybody likes to admit it or not, it happens. And it seems like aerials are going to be the hot thing in the jam, at least for qualifying, obviously. And then in the jam, it's going to be, you're going to have a combination of both, high aerials and hard tricks. So, we'll just have to see until things get going.
As one of the older skaters and been around a long time, what's in the near future for you? You going to retire soon, or are you going to keep it up?
Well, I don't plan to retire unless they keep having contests every weekend. That's getting to be a joke. No, I don't plan to retire at all. I want to get more involved with my company and in the team and stuff like that, and just make things happen more on like a corporate level than just skating and stuff. I want to bring other things into it now and stuff like that, and try to make things better.
Good luck in the competition.
All right, thanks.
And that is time for the team that's ready to race. We'll be waiting for okay, before we go back up to the top. Go to the rope again on deck. All right, whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. Lot of time, Molly, lot of time. Let's give him a round of applause.
Johnny, come here, baby. Okay, John, you really had a good carve line in there. Is carving going to help? You're going to have to get high air.
High air is not going to help me anything. It's not going to help a bit. But somebody's got to do it.
Okay, judges scores 82-3 for the second run on John. 15 seconds down. Everything looks like Santos said we're ready to go to be right ready. There he is, Eric Griffin, right in third grade, moving forward to Tommy Knox. Seconds there.
And we have a program.
And that is time for Eric Griffin.
Pretty strong run, and what are your chances? You made the first cut around. What are your chances to go all the way?
I'm not sure. I barely made it last time.
But that was the strongest run you had so far, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you do better than that?
83.000.
Yeah. I can't do any better.
Next up, Steve Stedham. He'll be followed by Chris Butler. Are you ready, Steve? Okay, here we go. Team Park Racers, win gold league. Let him know you're out there. It's time for
You're out of breath, I know, man.
Not really.
Not. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do now? You think you're gonna be able to make that first cut?
Yeah, I hope so. I didn't go too high. I'm gonna try the next one and go a lot higher.
You just take next cut. You take it pretty easy the first time around.
Yeah, that's what happens. Pros overamp and they fall. So if you go medium low and stay on, you usually make the cuts.
Good, 84.
Yeah, Jim. What'd you do? A 540 before? How come you look so happy all the time?
Okay, Kevin, all the way from Canada again. Listen, you're in second place in the overalls. Pierre-Andre's in first place. You think you'll be able to beat him today and take the overall?
I'm going to have to stay on pretty good because he's a really good skater. But if he beats me, I feel good about him beating me because he's a really hot skater.
Okay, what tricks are you going to do today that might be different than you've done before?
I got a few tricks wired from the last contest. I'm probably going to show a 1-foot pressure flip. I'm going to put that at the end because I'm pretty consistent. I'll probably put a triple kickflip at the end of my routine also.
Fantastic. Good luck, Kevin.
Thank you very much.
I know there's a lot of these guys.
Pierre-Andre, you're the leader in the competition so far, but the guys are here. Rodney Mullen, Per Willender. What's going to happen?
I think Rodney will beat me for sure.
5 minutes away from showtime.
After, I don't know.
Well, you don't have much confidence. Do you think you'll maintain the overall winning, though?
I mean, he did a lot of contests on this area, and I didn't do that, and so it's hard for me to feel good on this area.
But you still are the leader. Who can possibly beat you? Kevin Harris?
Yeah, Kevin Harris too, Per Willender too, and a lot of pro, almost all the pro.
Almost all the pros.
Yeah.
So far, how do you like America?
Very much. Very good weather. It's the best.
It's the best. When are you heading back to France?
November if I can. Yeah.
Never. Okay, good luck.
Okay, thanks.
Rodney, you've been in Europe all summer. How's it going to affect your performance?
I don't know. It's my first contest in a while, so it's a little bit strange getting used to people, but I don't know. I think I'll do pretty well.
Well, you have a perfect record so far. You've won every time that you've competed, right?
Yeah, except for a while ago, yeah.
Okay, well, who's going to be tough competition for you?
Pierre-Andre's been the one winning, and Per Willender was in France, too. So he's always the tough one, and Pierre-Andre's really good. And all the French guys, really. Kevin Harris as well.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
She's my witch, she's my sweetest main bitch, oh yeah. She took the bitch. Cause I was born for the hell by the she's my little red cookie, oh yeah. She's electric. I'm on fire. Burning with the flames of desire. Stop playing fast if they're playing, and that ain't all, but it all, man. No, that ain't all. Exclusion centers, car scene, putting out fire with gasoline, oh yeah. Combustion, I'm on fire, burning with the flames of desire, oh fire.
Okay, he'll be followed up by Bob Smeltzer once again. Stand by, Bob. Just having fun. His first score, gonna have to stand. He wears it down. Link style. Rolls it around. Getting all crazy. Yeah, Bobby won. 15 seconds, Bob. That's going to be time. Bob Smeltzer going 2 minutes. Yes, first run. Definitely going to be his best as he uses this one just to wind on down and practice up. Okay, Jace. He's got 2 minutes worth. And that right there is time, Jason Catalano, GNS Tracker. All right, 2 minutes worth. area getting probably slippery because of the change of the sun. As he winds it down, Kevin Harris from Canada, Canadian champion. Yeah, 2 minutes worth. Maybe it was enough for Kevin, but far below his pars. This guy can really get with it, but we'll see what these 2 minutes netted for him.
Okay, Kevin, the Canadian champion. You're second in the overall running here in the National Skateboard Association competition for Flatland. Andre had a really good run last time. Do you think he'll be able to hang on and take over that lead?
I don't think with that run, I slipped too many times and came off twice, so I don't think so. He skated really good. So maybe not this time.
What's in the future for you?
Well, I'm looking forward to all the series next year, and since skating's picked up so much, I'm looking forward to more contests and bigger skateboard circuit throughout the world. So.
92.66.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Kevin Harris locking it up. This afternoon. That was too sharp.
Hey, there's Primo. Hey, Primo, come here. No, wait. Let's get started.
You know he does his own tapes.
I gotta go over here and talk to some. Can you hang? Just a minute. In a minute, I'll be with you. Okay. What can I do for you, guy? Hey, what do you think of the judging today, man? The judging speaks for itself. You heard the audience, right? You saw my routine, right? Yeah, man, it was intense. I know some of the judging was good, but the other one, you just gotta look at the audience for that.
You know he's choosing tapes live, huh?
What strategy you gonna use, Primo? Hey, this time, I'm gonna be going faster, a lot faster with lightning fast footwork. Yeah. My tricks are gonna be harder. Yeah. Everything's gonna be 2 feet. Hey, man. This is it, man. I'm going all out. They put me in a position. Now I'm going for it, man. Jesus Christ, this time done. Let's go, guys.
Primo the Magician. Psych. does some hard handstands as he winds down his 2 minutes. Woo. Over a minute, John. John Mark. And that right there is time. Jean-Marc spinning around for France. Yeah. As we get down to the final contestants, Jean-Marc, another one of the high-scoring freestyle pros, will be only followed up by the... And that's going to be time. That's it. Perry Linder going 2 minutes. Giving it his best shot.
Okay, Pierre, you've been in Europe for most of the summer. Has that affected your performance in the competitions?
94.
A little bit, yes.
94.33.
I would say so. It's hard to come back and just do well all the time. We're on the road all the time.
What's in the future for you?
Hopefully I'll be able to do some more skating in different countries. I like that, meet new people, and hopefully I get some TV shows going on to show people how great skateboarding is.
Well, congratulations, you've been a real champion, and have a good one next time we see you. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot.
Do battle.
The current leader in the NSA Professional Series right now going at it, Pierre-Andre. Hopefully to come away with a win. We'll see what he does. Okay, Pierre. As the Frenchman winds it up. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, that's time. All right, Pierre going. The current leader in the NSA Professional Series, Pierre-Andre from France. Woo. 2 minutes worth of work. Might be $700 richer if that score stands up for the rest of the contestants.
Okay,
we'll see what his
Andre, you're the
numbers
current
lay down
leader. I know
for him.
Kevin had a better run the first time. That was a great run. You think you're going to be able to hold on and have the overall winning score?
I would like.
You would like?
Yeah, but Kevin is very good. Can beat me, I think.
Okay, you're going to be rooting for him or not?
Yeah, waiting for him. Sure.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, this is one thing everybody wants to watch. We'll see what he can do. He's got to stay on top. You just don't get first place out here just to come out. You've got to go out and do it for 2 minutes worth. 15 seconds on me. Last but not least, I think that might have done it. You might be looking at the #1 champion here today. This guy quit several years ago just to get back into competition.
Okay, Rodney, that was an unbelievable performance. That was probably the best thing I've seen you do in a long time. How do you feel about it?
98.66. We're happy, man.
Okay, looks like you're gonna be the winner. What's in the future for you?
Little practice, little school, little fun.
Okay, congratulations on winning here.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
Kevin, made the big trick. Is that going to get you in the top 8?
I hope so.
Good. so far? You gonna beat Tony?
Not second.
Not second overall? Oh, overall. You got a chance to beat Tony?
Oh, overall?
Yeah.
Trying to hang on to second.
Is that the kind of run you're gonna be doing all day?
I hope.
Christian, you've been on tour all week. How's that gonna affect your skating here today?
Well, my knees are scraped up and my head's feeling okay now, and I'm skating okay. Big difference going from a smooth surface to a rough surface, but I think I could maintain it and try and work with it.
You think you have a good chance to be in that top 8?
Yeah, I think I do. I'm skating pretty good right now. Feeling good, been practicing all week, you know, on all my tricks, so I have a good chance. Been making my McFlip, so I'm stoked.
Is it going to take a 540 to win?
I don't know. If Tony Hawk does a 720, I think it's going to take a 720 to win, but if he doesn't do one, well, then it's going to take a 540 out positive to win.
Okay, good luck, Christian.
Thank you very much.
Very good.
Sorry.
I don't know, it depends on the sun.
Sun bothering you a lot?
No, it's just equilibrium between the distance and the moon.
Good, I'm glad that helps.
The stars.
82.666 for Jeff Phillips. Okay, we're ready for Steve Cavallero.
Is that going to do it for you? Going to get in the final 8?
I hope so.
You hope so. Can you do better than that?
I think so.
All right, good luck. real quick.
Sketchy run.
Next
cool. My feet were flying off, but they went back.
Does it make you think about the next run? You're gonna do better? You're gonna?
Yeah, my feet got a stick.
All right, take it easy. Real quick, turn to me. Is that the kind of run that's going to take to get into the final 8?
I don't know. We'll have to see. I kind of landed a few tricks really kind of came out a little bit different than I'm used to. Yeah, I think I'm going to make it.
Fantastic. Tony, you're the leader so far in this series. You're going to be able to maintain that lead?
I hope so. It's going to be pretty hard, though, because I haven't skated this pool in a long time.
You've been in Europe. That takes a little bit away from you, huh?
Yeah, also the new coping. I'm not used to that either.
All right, good luck.
Thanks.
I'm not gonna miss it. you. When it's time to change, you won't know how. It won't matter years from now. No matter what you think or do or say, everything's the same. Darkest hour, isn't it depressing? How our minds create an atmosphere that won't happen here unless we make some huge amends. We grab the future in our hands. You know our wish are good, but it's too late for